Thank you for stopping by. I'm DJ Zak from K-Popin on Arirang Radio, and you are listening to our segment, Casa Love. On Casa Love, we sit down with our guests and talk about K-pop lyrics, act out the situations, and give our own thoughts as well. We hope you enjoy this episode. What's up, guys?
Hey, everybody. Nice
Hello.
to see you on this, what is it, Wednesday?
Scorching
Wednesday. Listen, we're all busy melting on the day-to-day.
So, you have family in Arizona. Are they melting as well? Because it's like getting into the 100, like 10 teens.
Yeah, well, they are, but they're used to it. But
I mean, because Southern California gets into like the 110s, 108. You know, like like Korean wise, like that's like 40 something. But like I hear that like Arizona and Texas and places like that are like hitting like a whole new high.
They are.
Like the heat wave is ridiculous right now in the U.S.
Yeah, I have. I mean, you like you said, you've been in weather like in the 110s. Like it gets like that anywhere in the West. LA gets like that.
Right. Like you go to Vegas. You go to like even those areas. Like
desert.
it's hot, but it's the desert. Like, you know, it's a dry heat. So yes, you're hot, but it's like it's not that bad. Like if you have some ice on you, if you like, you know, you step in the shade, you have a little bit of ice cream, like you can bear with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I can deal with dry heat.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is the soupy, you know, humidity that we got here. I can't deal with. I sweat so much. It's like criminal. I ruin at least 3 to 4 white shirts thanks to pit stains every year. Like it's pretty bad. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to deal. I'm just really scared of my electric bill next month.
I gave up. I gave up.
Normally, I'm trying to like, you know, I'm trying to be, you know, resourceful and save money. I was like, I don't even care how much.
I'm gonna grind as much as I can this summer because my electricity bill is gonna be through the roof. Tia, how are you dealing with the heat?
I'm getting drowsy.
You
Heat
get so
does do that.
lethargic when it's so humid outside.
I mean, like I'm okay with heat, but like humidity, I feel like I'm swimming.
Yeah, it's like that's someone put it perfectly. They said soupy air. It's like soup. Like it's gross. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't deal.
I don't have anybody I know. Oh no, I take that back. DJ Denny is from the South, if I remember right. I've never been to the South during
it's
summer,
bad.
like in the States. So I don't know how, because it's soupy hot in the South, in the U.S.
Like
as well.
Louisiana.
Like Mississippi, you know, like those areas, I hear it gets really humid as well. One of our reporters from years ago, like when Arirang first started forming, he said that he lived in, I think, Savannah or something like that, or like
Georgia.
or Georgia, it's around that area.
Ugh.
And he said that like when they had a downpour in the middle of summer, he would see the rain re-evaporate like in front of his eyes.
Oh my god.
Like, because so it would be like super hot one minute, like we've been having our downpours here in Korea. So it'd be like super hot, the asphalt and everything is super hot, like it's been just like sun's beating down on you, then all of a sudden it just like it rains like crazy, like super downpour for like 5-10 minutes, and then it stops, and then the sun comes back out again, and he's like, it just evaporates.
So humid.
Right back, because it's so humid that
Oh
you
my
can
God.
see the water go back up in the air. He's like, that's how bad it gets. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, no.
I'm so curious what that looks like.
Yeah, I was like, my arms and my pits and everything is like sweating just thinking about it. I walked out of my house. I've used a dehumidifier right now in the house. So I didn't realize how humid my house got until I got a dehumidifier. I am throwing water away at like a very scary rate. Like I wish I could, like you guys collect rainwater. I think I need to start collecting this humidity water because it's just so much that I've been accumulating. When I come into my house, I have the front door. I have this like small entryway before, like a shoe area before I come into my actual house. So I have another door, and the door to the other door, that small area that's like about a fourth of the studio.
Right.
I'm like, as soon as I open the door, I'm like, oh, and then I open my actual front door. I'm like, oh, because I can't breathe. Because like the humidity is just seeping in from the front door and the windows and everything. And I have shoes out there. So I've been opening up the main door just so that I can like get as dehumidified as possible
right.
because I have shoes out there.
Yeah.
Those are expensive shoes too.
Well, you can take that water. Do you still do plants? You can like water your plants with it.
So I've been having like house pests problems because of too much humidity in the house. And so leave it like, I've been thinking about the same thing. Yeah, I can give it back to my plants. There's a limit that I can give back to my plants before.
Is that much?
Yeah. So I think mine is
Gallons
10.
and gallons?
I think mine is 10 liters of like a thing. I empty that thing at least 3 times a day.
Dang. That must eat a lot of electricity though.
I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to, but my electricity bill did come out pretty high last month. But I mean, it's really small though.
Oh, really?
It looks like an air. It's like the size of our air purifier, but a little bit wider.
Right.
Because it has to like suck in the water.
It's pretty small.
But
actually.
it's not that big. But it's supposed to like cover like 20 something pyong.
Oh, that's pretty big though.
That's pretty big.
Oh, but it works wonders. So if you live in a humid area and you don't have a dehumidifier, look one up in your neighborhood because they're actually pretty useful.
Yeah, and they're not crazy expensive anymore.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They used to be.
When I was growing up, they first of all they were expensive and they were enormous. They used to be like the size of like an electric generator.
They still have those big ones.
The big industrial ones. Yeah, I was like, we had that thing. You have to like crank it up. Smoke coming out of it. Yeah, it's wild. But there's no mosquitoes. I haven't gotten bit at all this year. Is it just me?
It's not as bad as last year.
Yeah, it's not as bad. But you know what I'm worried about? That as fall hits, they're gonna come out later.
That's what happened last year too.
Yeah, that's what happened last year. The mosquitoes came out later because when it started cooling down, that's when the mosquitoes started coming out.
Not the bugs, memes too. Like what do you call it? Cicadas? Is there a lot of them? I don't hear.
They
them.
are.
There's
Really?
so many this
I don't
year.
hear any near my house, but I live in Gangnam, so I don't know. They might just be too many buildings. I don't know, but
No, I've been hearing them. I think at the beginning of July, I started hearing them on my way to work, and now in my neighborhood, I'm starting to hear them.
I'm surprised they're still alive because I remember last year, the year before, they were dying because of the heat.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
And then the rain too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because the rain just kind of ruined their whole
Oh, really?
mating season.
Like last year, I lived near a park, and then on the floor, you could just see like tons of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember a long time ago, or like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I caught one and I put it in a cup and I put it under my roommate's bed to mess with him.
Gosh.
And he was like, "What is that?"
Was it making sound?
Yeah, it was like, "Ring." When they make like that sound.
I would have been so.
And it was
freaked
huge
out.
too. It was like enormous.
I saw a video yesterday. Somebody randomly caught cicadas and kept them in their hallway of their building, like they lived in. And so every neighbor was like, "Why are we hearing?"
Why would you do
cicadas?"
that though? Just as a joke?
No, I think they either they had a son that caught it, or they were maybe good. I don't know if there's any medicinal reasons for cicadas. I've never heard of it, but they literally just like this random person had like the grandmas and grandpas, they have like those meshes that they always carry around.
Right.
Like there was just a mesh filled with cicadas in the hallway, and there was a video, and they were like, "Why do I have these kind of neighbors?" And I'm like,
Lord have mercy.
I would call the police.
Oh my god!
I would call the city. I would call the police. I would call the owner of the building and be like, "You got to do something." Because
Rightly so.
if you've never heard a cicada, cry,
They're really loud.
really loud.
Oh, it's like someone's like ringing a bell.
If you hear it in the distance, it's like "Aw," but if it's next to you, it's like "Vee, vee, vee." It's so annoying.
That was a good. Did you see what I did? I said it sounded like a bell, and she did the actual. That's what it sounds like.
It wheezes in your ear. It's annoying. And they're huge too.
Yeah, I know
They're
they're
the
big.
size of the mic.
Yeah, sometimes they get huge.
With their wingspan and everything, they're huge. Okay,
Yeah.
we don't have to start talking about insects.
I mean, look at how we're going with this already.
We this song actually I added to the playlist because I love this song. It's a hugely popular track, but not a lot of people realize how messed up the lyrics are. And so I wanted to talk about the song today. So Tia, what song are we talking about?
So today we're talking about Jung-hwa's 몰라 or I Don't Know, and it was released in 1999.
Wow, and you know what? Let's take a closer look at the month that it came out, which was 6, which is what June. So this is extremely close to.
Joel's been living in Korea too long.
I know. I'm like when I see I'm like, okay, I know what that is, but I don't know what it is in English anymore.
You have to count like me. January, February, March.
It'd be like that, okay? Yeah, but this is very, very close to the new millennium, which is the year 2000. Yeah, so Tia, please carry it. I just wanted to bring that up.
Oh no, but because people were getting nervous about the new millennium, that's why this track came out, and the music video is very like cyber type.
So to kind of add it, so in 1999 techno music started getting really popular in Korea. I've talked about this on our Latte music before, but techno music is pretty much apparently what Euro rave or like club music was like. So if you went to raves in the 90s or early 2000s, or if you were clubbing in Europe around that time, the like like this very electronic type of not EDM, but like very annoyingly like auto-tune type of like really high-pitched futuristic type music called techno music was what was really popular in Korea. So Lee Jung-hyun with Hwa and Park Go and a lot of these songs. Also what really got popular, Chun Ji-yeon was in a commercial for it was either a
Cell phone?
No, it wasn't everybody thinks it's a cell phone, but it's actually a printer or a copy machine, but the concept was techno. So she was wearing it's like, if you guys watch it online, you probably have all seen the commercial because it's used so often, but nobody realizes what it was selling. But she was wearing just like a tank top and like pants, but they were like silver, very like plastic looking, like you know, the it was very like metallic, and she was doing what we did like as a techno dance, which pretty much just swinging your head back and forth. So head banging, you go up and down. Techno music, you did left and right, and like your hair was just going like back and forth. Yeah. And so this was a part of the techno era. So Jung-hwa kind of jumped onto the whole techno scene with this.
Yeah, this, I mean, I think even in America too, in like from like the late 90s to like, I would say a couple years after 2000, like the whole futuristic concept, cyber concept was really in.
Right. So a lot of the music that we were seeing was just like boom, 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 na 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 na. You know, like those very like DDR type of like synth pop type of genres were really popular, which was what we called techno in Korea.
Right.
It's probably not in the script, right? So at the time this came out, so Jung-hwa and Park Ji-yoon as well kind of jumped on the bandwagon. There was a lot of other female artists that did this as well. So Lee Jung-hyun did Hwa, and when she made that debut as a singer, she had her mic on her pinky.
Oh, yeah.
So
I feel like we've talked about this before.
Right. So this was like her signature, because it was lip sync back then anyways. They weren't planning on, doing these performances live. And so a lot of other female artists were just like, okay, since we're not going to do this live anyway, since we're going to lip sync the whole performance, let's get creative with our mics. So, Park Ji-yoon later did 가버려, Leave, which she had this, it looks like a handle to like a coffee cup or a mug, but like it would just like fit around her fingers, and she would hold it like a cup, and then the mic would be sticking out of here. And that would be her mic. So it was like slipped onto her hand. And then Jung-hwa had the 몰라 headset. And so she had these big old headsets that was filled with like water, like colored water and like sparkles and stuff like that. Something that you would totally like have when you were in junior high, but it would cover her ears like headphones, and then there would be a mic coming out of there to do the performance. So that's where the 몰라 look came out from.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, the late 90s and the early 2000s was an era for like really innovative, flashy stuff.
Right. Oh yeah, especially with this concept as well.
Yeah. But yeah, the neon, the meaning of the song. Look at me go. The meaning of the song. Tia, you tell us a little about the meaning of the song.
The meaning of the song. So it's when you have someone that you love, and then the female kind of like changes their mind about it. They have different feelings or losing feelings.
Interest, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to jump into the lyrics too quickly, but there's one line that just pretty much explains the whole thing in it.
As a man, I was looking at the lyrics and I was like, ooh, I'm getting so heated right now. I can't.
Right. No, and this song is so popular and everybody like sings along to it and everything. And I love this song too. But then I think it was like a one day like, oh my God, like, excuse me, what? I was listening to the song, singing along, and then I was like singing along to the lyrics and I'm just like, excuse me? Did she just say what I think she said?
What a terrible, terrible situation to be in.
Jenga says, why have I heard this recently? DJ Kate was talking about this recently because they did 1999 on her show earlier this week, and she briefly talked about it. I was listening to the show when they talked about it. I was like, we're gonna do Bola later this week. But yeah, they were doing 1999 and talking about some of the songs, and this song came out.
Well, how can you not? Also, if you're talking about 1999 or just in general, K-pop in the 1990s, like this particular album had so many songs that were like legendary. One that she actually recently did 오랜만에 in after a long time in was it 고려대 for that TV show that she was doing with Ihori and Boa. Yeah, in a festival. This is probably one of the earliest Korean songs I've ever heard. I ever listened to when I was
Tara
little.
made a remake of
Yeah,
it.
I know. And she's actually in the music video, Jung-hwa. Yeah. Scarlet's another one, Forever. Those are all really, really famous songs in Korea. Yeah, so
Apparently, Jung-hwa picked this as her best album.
Yeah, because there was so many hits.
Yeah.
I mean, let the numbers speak, you know.
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to dive into the lyrics just a little bit more. I think a lot of our listeners probably know the song pretty well, but we're going to get into a little bit about the lyrics. I'm playing multiple characters today, so I'm not going to give you guys any different voices, I don't think, but we shall see. We're going to dive into today's acting. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, music cue. Okay, like, oh my God, Tia. Please tell me what you said on the phone is just you thinking out loud and you are completely joking. If you keep going back and forth with your feelings like this, what am I supposed to do? I introduced you to.
I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. I really don't know what I'm feeling these days.
I mean, so what are you going to do? Like, are you going to try to come clean about, like, the new guy you're seeing? Like, that you've, quote-unquote, fallen out of love? I mean, come on, tell me!
I don't know. What should I say that'll hurt him less? You know? I don't know what to do.
자기야! Over here, it's so hot today, right? I saved a seat near the AC and ordered your favorite drink.
Thanks, but I'm,
What do you need? Do you want something else to drink? Want me to order dessert for you?
No. It's just that I have to get something off my chest.
Sounds serious. You don't have to worry. Tell me everything. What do you need?
So, I know you're a really nice guy and you have been the sweetest to me, but I don't think we can...
Coffee order for Joel! Coffee order for Joel! Joel, your coffee is ready!
Oh, thank you. Here, Tia, have a drink before you continue. What were you saying? I don't think I heard you right. You don't think we can continue seeing each other? Did I do something wrong? I mean, whatever you need, just tell me.
You didn't do anything wrong. It's just me. I don't even know why I'm leaving, but just forget a girl like me and be happy, okay?
Someone has definitely fallen for somebody else.
So, let me get this straight. You don't know why, but you want to break up with me. I guess I wasn't as charming as you wanted me to be.
No. It's me. I'm the problem. I don't know why I keep acting like this. I still love you, but I can't help having feelings for others. I'm sorry.
How am I supposed to hate you? I wish you happiness. I still love you.
Today we were talking about 엄정화's track 몰라 I still got up, so. And that was I Don't Know. And it's a classic track. Everybody knows it. It's a hugely successful album, but nobody really kind of broke down the lyrics, and we're just like, what?
I got some things to say.
So we got to do that today. Tia, because Joel's going to pretty much start talking up a storm as he always does, what part of the song kind of really stood, because you said earlier you didn't want to like say too much before. What part stood out in the lyrics that were just like, yo?
It was the last line. It says, 나만을 아껴주었던 그대를 왜 내가 떠나는 건지도 모르겠어.
I knew you were going to pick this one. I knew it when I was reading out there. That's Tia right there.
Pretty much it says, you're the only, you only looked at me. You're only there for me only. But I don't even know why I'm leaving you.
Right. It's like, it's a total bad case of like, oh no, it's me, not you. But like, it's true. Like, it's that person. They don't even know why they're doing this, but they're just like, I still love you, but sorry.
I can tell you what that is. Not on this radio program. You know.
Do we have to have like Casa Love the podcast and like take
God.
exactly what we're talking about on the show and give it like a podcast version?
My gosh.
I'm trying so hard to filter myself right now. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what part of the song did you bring, Joel?
Okay, so this one is like really, we were explaining it earlier. It was like the first line of the song, basically, 다른 사람이 생겼다고. You're basically saying to someone else, like the person that you're dating or that you're in love with, that I found someone else. To me, as a person, like I don't know, how do I say it? More like from a moral standpoint, even if I were in that situation, I would never say that to someone else. I'd be like, because you're for sure making it harder on them by doing that, which I think is like totally messed up. You know what I mean? Like I would never say it. Would you? Like, would you be honest to be like, I like someone else more than you?
Yeah, but to see, the thing is when I took away from this song is like, it's not that she's saying, I cheated, I'm sorry. It's like, no, I have no plans on changing. Like, I like this person, but I also like you.
Tough. It's basically,
sorry.
It's like, I mean, this is who I am. I'm not changing for anybody. Like, I don't know. Like, that really rubs me the wrong way. It really bothers. This has never happened to me. There's no venom in my words. I'm just saying. You know, I don't know. I felt like it's just really unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Right. And this song is such a mega hit. Like, just the carefree, like the song's choreography, the concept, everything got so famous. And then I was just like, did anybody ever wake up? Because this song has been sung at singing rooms. Like, 노래방's like this is like a really popular track to sing. Did nobody filter what they were singing when they sang this?
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of like us singing Britney Spears when we were like 10. But I mean, still. Yes, I know 5-year-olds singing Hit Me Baby One More Time is definitely not something you want them to be singing. But I mean, that's another story for another day. So what, you have another part that's marked out.
So it says, 내게 실망을 하면 배신감도 느껴겠지. So like, I just want to kind of like, some of the words that are in here are really, really common in, you know, romance
daily,
breakup songs, also in like daily talk. And that would be 실망. 실망, which is like disappointment, to be disappointed. 실망하다, to be disappointed. So it's basically saying if you're disappointed, you're going to feel 배신감, which is like, betrayal.
Betrayed.
Yeah, so it's like you're gonna feel betrayal. I'm like, well, duh. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just these two particular words I find to be in almost every breakup song, or like in you know, some kind of song with in this nature. So that's why I kind of like went there.
The words themselves just are so uncomfortable. Like there are certain words, you know, when you just think of the word, you're like, ugh.
Like it was like 실망하네. Like if you say that, then it's kind of like a knife stabbing you.
When
no matter
mom
who
is
it
like
is.
실망이야, it's like when mom says, it's like,
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm disappointed
like,
in you.
It's very like, you know, it's a very strong word.
It's a very piercing word.
Like, you know, but 배신감 too, betrayed. Like, 뭐 배신감.
You betrayed me.
You betrayed me. It's not like, you know, oh, I'm mad at you. No, you betrayed me.
Oh
you know,
my
it's like
gosh.
really strong. You guys like my acting?
It's
oh
so
my God.
dramatic.
It's so dramatic, but it's used a lot in Korea.
No, it is. Yeah.
I feel like the language itself and the people were very like dramatic. So everything is just full of energy.
And that's why K-dramas are so fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything is so intense.
Like there's no like low level anything. Everything has to like go in. Everyone with a Korean mom knows is not low level. It's always it gotta go in.
But that's not just Korean moms. I've been seeing so much of this on TikTok. It's brown moms. We've got like Latino moms. Like it seems like every mom except Caucasian moms are the ones that have this temper.
Yeah, so I would put like, you know, you mentioned K-dramas and how like that's the way that K-dramas are. So in my personal opinion, it's between regular regular old daily dramas, right? And then like there's like Telemundo, like telenovelas. Like there's those ones, and then Korean dramas are like right in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
So you know, if you don't know, that's kind of where it sits. You know?
I just realized you're wearing an In-N-Out Burger
I am.
t-shirt.
It's
My God.
This is actual like from the
Like
States.
merch, yeah.
Yeah. I love In-N-Out. We can say that since they don't have it here yet.
Yeah. I hope they don't bring it.
Don't. It's part of the experience of going to LA.
A lot of people. So somebody posted since Five Guys opened recently. So random tangent. Sorry guys. Somebody posted about this on my online, and they were just like, "Yeah, I never really understood the hype of In-N-Out." And I was like, "It's not about the taste.
The experience."
If you like, I'll be honest with you. I've had better burgers than In-N-Out burgers.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about the taste. It's what I like from Southern California. It's what we grew up with. If you ever part-timed there, they were always really good at giving you more than minimum wage. So like a lot of high school students wanted to like, our ultimate goal, like when we were in junior high, was to be in high school so we can start working there because their minimum wage was pretty high. They pay good. It's an open kitchen. It's pretty clean. It's not as like bad as most franchises. So for us from Southern California, it's just an experience. It's just like, it's nostalgia. It's like, it's not about the taste of the food. It's like that mom and pop's place that you always go to kind of get your fix. So whenever people are just like, I tried it, like when they're from the like East Coast or from like Canada, or from different places, it's like, it's not the best burger. It's not the best burger. Don't really go. Not. Yeah, don't go expecting it to be the best tasting burger in the world.
Last time I went to the States, because originally they only had them on the West Coast, right? But they're moving slowly towards the Midwest states.
Yeah,
so like,
they are.
They have them in Colorado. There's one 5 minutes away from my house, and I had it so much last time I went to my parents' house that like I actually got sick of it. I was like, I don't want any more of this. Well, that was some tangent, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So going back,
I don't know how we got. Oh, your shirt. Okay.
Yeah, we went from Telemundo to my shirt because it's all LA related.
Think about it. We talked about cicadas, then we went on to the song, then we went off of dramas, and then now we In-N-Out.
That's why we can't have a podcast. We would talk all day. We would never be able to edit it, and it would just be like just accumulation of us talking.
It would just be those like 24-hour like live broadcasts, and then it was two of us talk and the other one goes sleep, and then we just rotate.
Oh my God.
We would never.
I'm having ideas, guys. Expect a call soon.
Okay, so I know that Joel's probably going to give us a few questions, but Tia, before we go into song break, what were some of the statistics did you bring? Did you bring anything from the girls' perspective, or?
So it's from the girls' perspective on what kind of men girls like feel for.
Okay, so like
attracted.
Yeah, we're the ones we're attracted to.
So there's 5 types. The first one is the healer type, the one that's compassionate.
Okay.
So if you see them cry, you're like, oh, they have a heart. Oh, and then they know how to like go back and forth with emotions. The second one is the prideful type. I don't know why this is attractive, but they're confident.
Well, I mean, yeah, and men and women love confidence. I think this is kind of why we fall for bad guys, like the bad boy image, is because bad boys tend to have a lot more confidence on the outside, what we see, even though it's probably to mask up a lot of insecurities.
Right.
But like, you know, they wear themselves a certain way. There's a certain level of confidence, and that's kind of, so yeah, honestly, yeah, narcissistic people can be attractive because they're confident within themselves.
Okay, the next one is the attentive or careful type. So I can see this. One who notices the small things. So like if you cut your hair a little bit, oh, I noticed, yeah.
Well, that's not me.
The fourth one is the stylish type. So this is also confidence and just being physically attractive.
That's
and
me.
The fifth
Go ahead.
The fifth one is someone who's approachable. So they're calm, they have a nice smile. They're someone you can easily talk to.
Okay.
He's trying to make himself all
like
these.
The smiling type. I'm like.
There is one, I don't know if this is going to come out later, but I will, and I'm going to be saying this for all genders. Don't be too nice.
Yeah.
My team and I were just talking about this earlier. So there was apparently like a story that came into one of the programs that my producer was watching, and it was from the girl's perspective. She was like, so I met this guy. He's really nice. Like, we get along, we've been dating for a while, and now we're starting to think of marriage. And so because we're thinking of marriage, I decided that we wanted to kind of open up our finances to each other so that we know what kind of debt we need to carry on, like in the relationship and stuff like that, just realistic things. But the guy was just like, oh yeah, sure, no worries. And then he was like just open with everything because he literally had like nothing. Like he's living paycheck to paycheck, and he has a debt of like 30K or something like that.
Wow.
Which was, in certain ways like big, certain ways not. But anyways, so she was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, he's so nice.
See, if you're so nice, you look more like a serial killer.
No. But so apparently, the reason why he was so nice, then the reason why he doesn't have any money is because, like, if his mom needs money, then he would lend him. If his coworker needs money, he's like, oh, let me. He's one of those. So apparently, and I've noticed this, if you're too nice, any gender you identify. Unfortunately, even though nice also brings confidence, too nice of individuals, I think, does kind of work against you in the end.
Yeah.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Estamos escuchando Arirang Radio desde Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Where are you listening from? Let us know. Leave it at arirangradio.com.
I'm going to dedicate the last part of the segment to Joel so he can just get everything he has to ask us out of the way. Since Tia was able to bring us a girl's perspective, which is, I think, the pretty, I can see that. So, like, there's a little bit of everything, like, a younger significant other, a same age significant other, older significant other. I think, like, that kind of takes all the bases that you talked about of like what girls tend to look at. So what perspective did you bring, Joel?
So I basically brought, like, when we listened to this song, right, and we looked at the lyrics, we kind of figured, okay, so this person no longer has the same amount of feelings that they once did. They're more interested in someone else now, so they end up breaking up, or she ends up leaving him, right?
Well, I do think it's an excuse, but I have seen a lot of individuals claim that they can equally love multiple people at the same time.
No, this is not ancient Greece. No. No. Okay. That's not a thing.
Right, okay.
But, yes, I wanted to look at 8 signs, technically, that love has cooled off. Now, I looked at this list, and I don't agree with everything on here.
Okay.
So I wanted to see what you guys thought. So I'm going to go through them one at a time.
Okay, so we count how many we agree with?
Yeah, okay. So number 1 is wanting to be alone more than spending time together. I don't consider that one. Oh, no, we'll get into it. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, we're going to mark it. Second, concentrating on your phone more. Then,
wait, so these are reasons I'm falling out of love?
Not reasons. The signs that you're falling out of love with someone. So your significant other is doing these things, or you're doing these things to your significant other.
Like, so when you're together, or okay.
Let's see. Low self-appreciation or confidence in the significant other. Less talkative. That's a big sign. Friends point out that something has changed. Number 6 is a partner asks a lot of meaningless questions. I don't understand this one, but
I've seen that.
Yeah. I know what that means.
Flirting with the opposite sex, definitely.
Oh my.
And fighting over trivial matters. Yeah. Okay. And there's one other thing.
So we're not talking about our personal experience. We're just seeing if we agree with these, right?
Yeah. Like if you would consider this. So for the first 6, I don't agree with any of them. The last 2 I do, obviously, flirting with the opposite sex and fighting over trivial matters.
I agree with 5.
Okay. With number 5 or 5 total?
5 total.
Oh, 5 total. Like, which ones did you not agree with?
Okay, so people who want to be alone, I think this is more of a personality thing.
I agree.
Yeah. So number 1, I feel it's more of a personality aspect. Like, at the beginning of the relationship, you don't realize how much you're spending time with them, and then you kind of go back to your introverted self. Number 2 is you're on your phone more. Like, so I'm guessing, like, when you're meeting up, they're constantly on their phone. I've seen guys or girls do this. It's never been done to me, but I have seen that particular significant other do that. So I could say that,
It happened. I agree. Like, it can go both ways for that.
Right.
Right.
Like, they still have feelings, but they're just on their phone.
Yeah, it could be a habitual thing, or it can be just, I don't like you anymore, but I'm just here because, like, I don't want you to nag and I don't want to break up with you, so I'm just like, and you're just killing time. Like, I've seen it go both ways. So the number 3,
I don't understand. Low self-appreciation, or like like, how do you say it? Like, you're kind of not as confident as you once were. You know what I mean?
I think that person is, they're in a toxic relationship. That's not that they're like falling out of love. They're just in a toxic relationship. Less talkative is, I saw this happen. Not to me, but like with a couple. So like, it was a group of people. They were all kind of like, those two were dating, and like we all met up, and like,
Oh, that is so uncomfortable.
they're just not talking.
Yeah.
And like, you're just like, what's going on?
Did you fight?
Did you guys fight? But like, you can't, there's like tense, you can sense the tense in the air, but like, they're not fighting tense. It's just kind of like, they don't care about each other. And that was even scarier. What was this one?
Friends point out that something has changed.
Yeah, that I've seen. Like, because I would normally be the one that does it.
I think that's a true sign.
Yeah. Like when you're like, yo, your girl's like acting up. And then what was number 6?
I have really bad handwriting. Partner asks lots of meaningless questions. I don't
know what this
understand
means.
this one.
So this goes with the non-talking, because one person still has feelings and trying to make you to talk, so they just talk about stupid stuff.
So the one of them is not talking when you guys meet up, and so to just break the dead air, they're just like, "Pamosa? Did you eat? What happened at work today? Oh, so did you hear?" Like there's just one side of the party is just constantly talking.
Like very surface level. Like, no. Okay. Well, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I think there's very circumstantial.
I think if your partner is flirting, then that it's already over.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like, that's way past. Actually, we have like like 2 minutes, but I wanted to bring up something else too here. I've always wondered this. If you're with your significant other, are some of these things, would they make you mad?
Okay.
Oh, will this make you mad? Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
I feel I'm gonna fail this.
Like, what is the scope or standard of betrayal? Okay. 연애할 때 내가 meeting someone else. Obviously, that's gonna make you feel bad.
It depends. Depends on the situation.
Right. What do you mean?
Right. So if Joel, you and I are dating, and I know who Tia is, and then you're gonna meet up with Tia, I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, if all of a sudden, like Joel, you said that, let's say you're shooting like a drama or like a music video, and then you and I are dating, and then you're like, oh, so the fellow actress that I acted with today, she wants to buy me dinner.
That's a no.
That's a no.
Oh, of course.
That's a date, and you're just trying to make it sound like it's a work thing.
Yeah.
And then I would ask you, are you going with the whole team? And you're like, no, it's just gonna be the two of us. No.
Of course.
That's why are you even asking me?
Home wrecker.
Excuse me.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. What about having an innocent crush, like but not like ever acting on it?
No.
That's still a no? Is that a no for you?
That's a no for me.
As my partner doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
See, that's why I'm kind of borderline when it comes to like having fandoms. Like I love having a significant other that has a passion for like fandoms and stuff like that. I don't think I would be able to date somebody who's like a diehard fan though. I don't think that if I was, even if I'm like a fangirl, I don't think I would be able to fangirl as hard if I have a significant other. Like I don't really I don't really understand that.
What about this one? This one's good.
Okay.
Glances at someone else, a pretty person as they're walking by.
Oh, I do that more.
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't be okay with it though.
I don't mind.
You don't mind? Oh,
We all have eyes.
that. Yeah, that's right.
Like, you can look, but like there's a difference between
No touchy,
looking and gogging. Like
Yeah.
if a girl is passing by, I'm probably going to be looking at her too, and I'd be like, oh, she's pretty. Like looking is fine, but if like I'm like if we're talking and you're like.
Yeah, that's
and
different.
you're like gogging at the girl,
on,
and just
hold on.
it's just like you're not even paying attention to me when like there's a girl standing behind me or something like that. Then there's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
That's different.
That's a difference.
Yeah,
because I've seen guys do that. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Oh, we're out of time already. Dang.
What was it? One more.
Their career is more important than you.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
The career can be important as long as you're bringing me home money.
That's
honey.
right.
That's fine.
We need to eat.
That's fine. As long as you're making bank, you can be married to your job. It's okay. We'll see these two chaotic people too next week, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed listening to K-Poppin's Casa Love today. Don't forget to come back for more fun content on Arirang Radio.